Sometimes I made mistakes and Ron would get annoyed, but I knew how to handle him. And I also knew how to impress him.
This is so weird. This is so bizarre. I still think this is very ethically questionable. No more, and welcome back to the ETU universe, where you have to expect the unexpected. This is like a My Story animated channel, but everything is unexpected, and it's slightly anime-ish in art style. But today we're going to be looking at my twin sister is dating my childhood crush. Now she's asking me to switch roles. Ooh, it's a classic twin scenario. I'm keen for a little bit of a unexpected story about twins. I don't know. I do find these stories to be slightly edgier than some of the others, so I don't know. Let's see where this goes.
Hi, I'm Celine and I'm 29 years old. I switched lives with my identical twin when I was 19.
What? Oh, wait. I was kind of expecting this to be like a swapping roles for like a one date scenario, not for an entire decade.
And of course, this changed things for the both of us. Before I get into the story, please subscribe to the channel to show your support for me.
It's actually really hard living this double life where for the past 10 years I've been living in place of my sister, and the only thing that's really gonna help me through this is if you smash that subscribe button to ETU Animated Stories. What she's actually saying is subscribe to Joinen. She's saying subscribe to this channel right now that you're watching this on if you want to support her.
My twin sister, Iris, got married right after graduating high school. Let me tell you why she got married in such a hurry.
Okay.
There was this guy named Ron in my class.
Say no more. It's immediately obvious. I mean, check him out. Check out the shades on that guy. The spiky hair. What are you doing? If you're gonna put a ring on that finger.
I had a huge crush on him.
Understandably.
I used to tell all my secrets to Iris, who was my only friend. I mean, I did have friends at school, but of course, I had a special bond with Iris.
Yeah, but she's your twin, obviously. You're gonna get along like two peas in a pod, like two little babies in a mother's stomach. Is that weird?
We had grown up together, sharing our deepest, darkest secrets, and helped each other out during times of need. So naturally, I told Iris about Ron too.
And that was your first mistake.
Only I had no idea that this was going to backfire on me. Iris knew that I was planning to confess my feelings to Ron on the last day of high school.
Whoa.
Can you guess what happened that day?
She confessed her feelings first to Ron on the last day of high school. Who wouldn't? I'm surprised that he was still single.
When I went to meet Ron in a deserted corridor, I found Iris standing there with him.
Oh.
Huh? What are you doing here?
Why does she talk so slow? Like, she talks really slow. Huh? What are you doing here?
I asked her in confusion. Oh, didn't Ron tell you? Iris smiled. We are officially dating now.
Oh! What a slap in the face. To twinship. To twinhood. To sisterly twinhood. They were each other's best friends. They spent all their time together, and now this? Maybe Ron has a twin. Maybe there's a Ron twin.
I blinked a few times. You're kidding, right? No, it's true, Ron replied. We started going out a few days ago. What? I exclaimed. But, oh, what did you call us here for? Iris cut me off.
Oh, the goal. The absolute goal. Oh, what did you want to say to Ron? I heard you wanted to say something to Ron.
We have to go on a date, so if you could hurry. Wow, so this is how she was going to play this. I had been betrayed by the person I trusted more than anyone else in this whole world.
Ron.
She actually like Ron? Or was she just doing this to make me suffer?
Right, I guess it was the sister.
It's not like I could find out. I had lost my chance with Ron. But Iris's betrayal hurt more than that. I shook my head and walked out of there.
Give her a solid one of these. You're not my sister anymore.
I confronted her when she came back from her so-called date. Why did you do it? I asked directly. If you liked him, then you should have told me. Did you really have to go behind my back and hurt me like this? Look, it's not my fault that I'm more popular than you.
Oh, snap! She's been harboring this terrible personality this whole time and nobody knew. We trusted you, Iris.
After listening to you fret over Ron every day, I became curious, so I decided to talk to him. But, well,
It turns out he's quite the hunky spunky. He's the little hunky spunky chunk. You can't say no to the hunky spunky Ron chunk. Look at that absolute hunk with the little sunglasses, with the no arms. They just sit on a little bit of the nose. Not anyone can pull off those.
we hit it off and started dating. Even after you knew that I liked him? I asked in disbelief. That's not my problem. She dismissed me with a wave of her hand. Now get out of my way.
And talk to the hand. If you got anything more to say, talk to this hand. And if you still have complaints, well, sis, I've got a second hand. I don't know.
I wasn't going to do this, but I think Ron needs to know your real personality. Don't you think? I said. I'm pretty sure that you have him fooled, and he probably thinks that you're an angel.
But let's be honest. We both know that's not true.
What would happen if I told him everything that you did? She flinched. You wouldn't. Why wouldn't I? I would love to see your relationship fall apart.
Oh, it's getting nasty. It's getting nasty. Look, there's wars between countries, there's world wars, and then there's battles between sisters. Feels like a Facebook meme, you know? Have some like dramatic photo and you think world wars are bad? You've never seen me argue with my sister.
He won't believe you,
Sister battle royale. There can only be one.
she said nervously. I didn't say anything and just walked away. I wasn't actually going to talk to Ron. I was just messing with her, but I guess she took my threat seriously, because the next day she made up a lie about how I was jealous of her and trying to sabotage her relationship with Ron, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Don't tell me you kill her and assume the role of her. I kind of feel like that's where this is going.
Moreover, she pressured Ron into marrying her. Yep, she was that insecure. I decided not to get involved with her matters anymore. It would be better to move on and think about college and other things.
Yeah, move on from Ron. You know, he ain't worth it. He ain't worth it. Move on from Ron, and maybe you can make up with your sister. Like, surely your relationship with your sister is not worth Ron, despite the fact that he's quite the hunky chunk. He's quite the chunky hunk spunk.
A few months later, something weird happened. Iris came to my house one night in a very disheveled state. It looked like she was crying. What's wrong? I asked. I'm sorry. I was wrong, she sobbed. I should have realized this sooner. I didn't really like Ron, not as much as you did.
She's having buyer's remorse. She doesn't like him anymore. He's not that great once you get to know him. The idea of him's pretty sweet, and then you just find out that he doesn't shower very often. He picks his nose a lot, and all he does is watch sports and drink beer.
I was only attracted to him for his looks, but after spending so much time with him, I've come to realize that I made a huge mistake.
He's actually a terrible person. What a twist.
I sighed. Look, I am so not interested. You can leave if that's all you wanted to say. Ron and I get into arguments every day, she continued. We're not compatible. I don't know about his likes, dislikes, and I don't even care. But you do.
Oh. Oh no. Whoa, I don't know where this is going. Look, I don't know what he's into, and I couldn't care less. I really do not care about him at all. But, you kind of liked him back in high school, so,
You still like him, don't you? She asked. No, I don't, I said quietly. You're lying, she smiled. I am your sister, after all. No one knows you better than me, Celine. And? I retorted. Should I be thankful? She shook her head. I have a deal for you.
She shook her head and her hair stayed in place. Ready for this, editor?
We should exchange our lives. Huh? I'm giving you a chance to be me, she started. You can pretend to be Ron's wife and spend the rest of your life with him.
There's too many potholes here. Surely not. Surely this would not actually work.
I'm fed up with him anyway. I want freedom. I want to live as you. You are crazy.
Or you could just separate. You don't have to do this whole ruse. Just if you really think this can't work, then maybe separate. You don't need to do a whole soul swap. Yeah, divorce via soul swap.
I gave her a wary look. Just get a divorce. But But that would be such a waste, she replied. I want to fix my mistakes. I want to give you the life that I stole from you.
No, come on. You're being really dumb. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. You can give her the life back if she so wants. What do you mean such a waste? What do you mean such a waste? A waste of what?
That's why I'm making this deal with you. Think about it. I'll give you a few days. You don't have to agree if you don't want to. Her offer was really tempting, but it also was risky. I mean, yeah, I still had feelings for Ron, but I wasn't sure if it was right to deceive him like this.
Yeah, look, I'll give you the answer. No, it's not right, and it's not going to work. You don't have all her memories. He's going to be like, you're going to watch Thor 3? And she's going to be like, but we haven't watched Thor 2. And he's like, what do you mean? We watched Thor 2 the other week. I'm starting to suspect that, maybe you're actually just sitting here in place of your twin. Oh, no. What? No. Ask me any question. I know anything. It's not going to work.
But then again, I wasn't going to get another chance to be with him. I knew that I was doing a wrong thing, but I couldn't help it. I agreed to her offer in the end. And that's how I became Iris and started living with Ron. The first time I came into the house, Ron was glaring at me. I flinched under his gaze. Did he already figure it out?
The question is, did he already figure it?
How much money did you spend while shopping yesterday? He suddenly asked.
Yeah, see, immediately. You have no clue. Are you going to make up some number? It's not going to be true.
Huh? Oh, I guess he was mad at Iris. What had she done this time?
What did she done? The other question. After what did he figured? Or how did he already figured? The next question, regardless, what did she done? What did she done this time?
I don't remember, I replied nervously. I'm sorry if it's too much. I'll try to pay you back. Too much? You freaking emptied my whole account, he shrieked. And what do you mean, pay me back?
This is why she wanted to do the swap. This is why she didn't want to just separate, because she straight up emptied his entire account. She bought like a Lamborghini. And then she's like, look, I'm out of here. Leave you with the debt. She's worse than a Darman villain.
You don't even work. Yeah, that's true. I'm too occupied with college. He seemed surprised. College? When did you enroll in college? Oh God, Iris wasn't going to class? Just what was that girl doing with her life?
Spending that sweet rondo. What do you think she was doing?
Recently, I quickly replied. I used some of the money for that, but I look for some jobs to repay everything. Wow, that's not like you, he remarked. You usually throw a tantrum when I mention money.
Oh gosh.
She spent it all on Gucci slides.
Not a doubt. Not a doubt in my mind.
The situation was getting bad. It looked like Iris had done a lot of damage, and I couldn't just change it out of the blue. It would be suspicious.
So I went shopping and spent a bunch more of his money.
So I started doing it slowly. I tried to appear as if I was trying to change. Sometimes I made mistakes and Ron would get annoyed, but I knew how to handle him. And I also knew how to impress him. As Iris had said, I was aware of all of his likes and dislikes. Our relationship was a bit strained in the beginning because of Iris's nature, but as I slowly started changing, Ron came around.
This is so weird. This is so bizarre.
He told me that he was even considering getting a divorce at one point, but got rid of that thought.
They should have just done that, and then really, if she wanted to, with her sister's permission, she could then maybe try hit him up. She could do a little HMU scenario. You know what I mean? I mean, realistically, he probably wouldn't want anything to do with it. Because he'd be like, no, well, look, I didn't like being with your sister. I'm not going to go with you. So I guess that wouldn't work. I still think this is very ethically questionable.
A few years passed like this, and I got a good job after graduating from college. I was happy with my life, even though I still felt guilty that Ron didn't know the truth.
Imagine busting that one out 10 years later. Oh, by the way, you know that girl you married? Yeah. That was my sister. There's gonna be other things. You know what I mean? I got a little spot right there. If I had a twin, My twin probably wouldn't have a little spot right there. And if you've been married to someone, you probably would recognize spots. I don't think there's any identical twins that are so identical that you just, like, the husband would have no idea.
But what could I do? He would surely flip if I told him that I wasn't Iris, and I couldn't imagine separating with him now. As for Iris, she had never once tried to contact me or anything.
Jeez.
I had no idea about what she was up to.
Nah, she was definitely involved in something shady. Definitely something shady there, and she had to get out quick smart.
I just hoped that she wasn't causing trouble.
She was.
Was using my name, and it would be quite tragic if she ruined my reputation. But of course, this was Iris we're talking about. Trouble was her
First name, Trouble, last name. Exactly. Iris, Trouble, last name.
Apparently, she had incurred a huge debt, and now she was into gambling.
Oh, Iris. What a gem. What a gem of a lady.
I got to know this because her money lenders started contacting me. They wanted me to repay all their money.
Wait, why were they contacting you? You guys definitely should have swapped numbers. There's no question about that. You're swapping lives, you just swapped numbers.
Why would I do that? I wasn't the one responsible for it. I decided to ignore them. But a few days later, an unexpected visitor arrived at my place.
Hey, why aren't you paying your debt? Wait, you mean your debt? No, well, actually, it's your debt. Iris wants her cake, and she wants to eat it too. She wants to assume the role of the Irene. She wants to, I think it was, she wants to assume the role of the sister, spend all of her money, and then make the sister pay for it.
It was Iris. She was a complete mess. Thank God Ron wasn't home. What do you want? I asked her. What else? Clear my debt, she replied. I'm in a very bad situation and you're rich, so you can help me, right? I don't want to, I said. You brought this upon yourself.
Iris. You got a lot to learn about life. You can't just go getting your sister, bust you out of every problem situation you ever get yourself into. Bit of a, I'm gonna go there. Bit of a dunderhead.
Iris. She smirked. You're wrong. I brought this upon Celine, aka you. The reason you're enjoying such a comfortable life is because of me. You know I can turn the tables with the snap of my fingers.
Oh my gosh. Do it. Just do it.
Are you threatening me? You were the one who wanted to get out of here, I reminded her. I know, and now I'm bored. Your life seems so interesting. She chuckled. Should we just switch back to our original lives?
This is the equivalent of like you're playing a game like your Nintendo DS, and you're like, I just can't do it. I just can't get past this boss. You take it. You take the game. Your older brother takes it and he starts doing it. He's like, fine, all right, yeah, I'll play it. The second your older brother gets past that boss, you're like, all right, give me that game back. You know what? I think I'm interested again.
I wonder how you deal with the loan sharks then. But no, I'm not that heartless. I'll give you a choice here. Either pay back my debt or go back to being Celine.
Oh my goodness. Is it blackmailing? She's like straight up blackmailing. Is it blackmailing or does it I feel like there's another word that's some whatever. It's pretty much blackmailing your own sister.
Oh, and if you do decide to help me, then please keep sending me money for the rest of my life.
Oh my goodness.
I don't have a source of income. And now I was trapped. I don't know what to do.
Why is this ending? Why is there only 10 more seconds of this story?
I don't want Ron to hate me, and I don't want anything to do with Iris either.
Oh.
What would you have done if you were in my place?
I don't care what I would have done. It doesn't matter what I would have done. I want to know what you did. No! No! Why? Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? I need to go to the comments. I need to know what other people would have done. I need to pick one of them to be the ending to this story. Iris is so selfish. She really brought this upon herself. I would just call it... No. I would have told Ron right away in high school, but also Iris is toxic. You can't go back to high school. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. You've moved on. You're no longer in high school. You can't go back to your high school days. You can't think, what if? It's all about what would you do now? Simply tell your husband everything. He's smart. He know what to do now. Ron can turn table for you. He know better that what is comfortable for her. Iris gonna pay her debts on her own. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. Imagine Ron sees this. Ron, I have been living a lie. Oh no. What if Ron sees it? Oh no. What if Ron sees this super true story about his own life? And maybe he could chime in and tell us what actually happened. I say you should speak out the truth before it gets more out of hand. I don't know. I feel like you'd be put in jail or something. Identity theft is not a joke. Jim, millions of families suffer every year. Who's Jim? Identity theft is not a joke. Jim. Put that little crazy person in her place. She's nothing but a good digger. Tell Ron about everything. I don't know. I don't know Ron very well, so I'd be a little bit scared to tell Ron. Should tell Ron who she really is. Then sue Iris. I would have told him, and hopefully he sees that he's in love with your personality and not your sister's. Better than paying off someone else's debt. Question is, how rich are you? You gotta really downplay how rich you are. Maybe if you're really, really rich, then it's sort of worth it. Ron is the best option in this situation. Just tell him the truth and everything will work out. Smiley face. Jeez, you reckon so? Yeah, but my thing is people don't see it that way, unfortunately. Ron from Harry Potter, well, that really complicates this whole story. Imagine if Ron's wife is not Hermione, but someone else. It's a 50-50 chance that Ron's gonna take it well. 49-51. Yeah, let's be real here. 50-50. Yeah, right. This is a bit more of a 49-51 scenario, if we're being honest with ourselves. Oh, no, here we go. Here's what you need to do. You need to tell Ron the truth, because he likes the change to you, and not the gold digger sister. No offense. No. Offense. All the offense. Let's be real. She doesn't even try to get a job. And you can't keep a lie that big away from your husband. So tell him the truth and good things will happen. And your sister won't trouble your life anymore. And you and Ron will live happily ever after. And whoever sees this, you'll have good luck and keep living your life to the fullest. I love you. Oh, Kevin, I love you too. You're so supportive of me and my decisions. I don't know. What would Twitch chat do? What would you guys do? Tell the people she owes where to find her. I would just simply pass away. Beat her with a Gucci slide. That'll do it. Get Ron outside and take sister down together. Kill sister. To be fair, killing the sister, while a very morbid solution, is kind of a solution. Granted, you'll end up with other problems. Maybe problems worse than giving your sister money, but best solution, kill Iris or disappear. You could disappear. Move to Europe. Yeah, maybe you just disappear. Ron, we have to run away. We have to get out of here. Let's go to Mexico. If she pays off the debt, her sister is just trying to keep making problems and forcing it. Yeah, because the sister said, you can pay off my debt, but then you got to keep giving me money. So time to lawyer up. I feel like they're both doing fairly illegal stuff. Hire an assassin. Surely telling Ron probably is the decision, regardless of the outcome. I think that's the situation here. It may ruin your marriage, but it's probably still what you have to do at this point. That's what I'm accepting as the ending. I'm fine with the Ron's answer cliffhanger, but not what decision she made. That is what I am accepting as the ending. Anyway, get some of the sweet lemon cotton merch in the description below. It's got a cute little lemon cotton on it. And come and follow me over on twitch.tv/Joinen, but on Twitch, where we film these videos live every weekday. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Thank you for watching my video, but now that it's done, please watch another one.